Welcome to the Gravel Grinding Boys backpacking the Kettle Valley Rail Trail in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. From Midway to Hope by way of Penticton and Princeton, British Columbia, Canada. We are early to rise on this sixth and final day of our journey. We camped last night at a camp area along the Coldwater River off the Coldwater Road, about 9 kilometers or 6 miles north of Brookmere. We'll leave our nice camping spot and get back onto Coldwater Road and head south in the direction of our goal, Hope, British Columbia.
Let's go down here a little ways.
About 2.5 kilometers or a mile and a half, we got back on the Kettle Valley Rail Trail.
There you go. Okay, good. For now. All right, let's see what the day brings.
This was really our only chance to get back on the trail this side of the Coldwater River. Down any farther, and the Coldwater Road turns back toward Brookmere.
I think we're going to run into some problems right off the bat. Yeah, but they dug this because they mean business. Yeah. I bet you're going to come up here to a washout. Oh yeah, washout. We've got to be able to get over to the other side. So we're going to hike a bike. That's too dangerous.
Washouts are going to be our biggest obstacle today. That river down there looks rather docile in August 2024. I'm quite certain that in May or June, and maybe even early July, that river scene would look much different.
It looked like other people have made a path through here to get around the washout. So that's what we're doing, taking advantage of this. Okay, watch your derailleur on this rock and your pedal. All right, this looks hopeful. I dare say promising, but it definitely looks hopeful.
This is the first bridge across the Coldwater River after getting back onto the Kettle Valley Rail Trail from the Coldwater Road. We'll take an inventory of the bridges here for the first few kilometers.
right, here's a creek bed. I hear the highway, so we're doing good. Ooh. The forest is starting to take this trail back over. A few more years, it'll be gone. We got about another 1.5 miles before it encourages us to get off the trail, and I'm thinking that that bridge across the river ahead of us may be out. We'll have to see. It's not hopeful, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, goat water. Don't stop in the water, definitely. Yeah, looks like a little bit of a clearing. Let me see how deep it is. It's pretty okay. There's no way around it. There's a big log here with a sharp pokey thing. And then you got to jump back across to get over this log. So there's no ride in this. There we go. Oh, sticks. A little bit of a clearing.
At about 6 kilometers, or 3.7 miles, we came upon a burned-out bridge. This was our first major obstacle.
This one looks a little risky. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get across the river. We can do this. We're just gonna have to really work it out. But this is impassable. We could try to step it over, but if we fail on one of those nails, that wouldn't be a good idea. Let me give you an idea. Those things are no joke. So I think we're not going to risk crossing this bridge. I think it would take a long time. across the river, but it also takes a long time to be dead. So I don't want to do that today.
You bikepackers know that just riding a bike down loose, rocky, and steep embankments is not a good idea.
Yeah, it is going to be loose. Just bear with me. Let me just get my bearing and see. Because if I have to lay the bike down.
Heavy packed bikes sometimes have a mind of their own, and so does gravity.
Oh, that's not good. We just need to get down to the bottom, and then we got it home free. Going up will be a little easier.
Yes, I'm optimistic. Well, unrealistic sometimes.
But this is really loose. Well, you got it, man. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Now we got to get back up that trail. All right, let's go get our feet wet.
If you're enjoying this video, give us a thumbs up. Select that subscribe button and give a ring on that bike bell.
Oh, that's not good, whatever that is.
What?
Hold on.
Ducks.
Yeah, but why'd they fly in this direction? Come on. Okay, I'm gonna reach for your bike.
No, I got it.
Huh?
I got it.
All right, grab it before it falls.
Fine.
All right.
The bottoms are pretty. Let's do it here.
No, there's something in that direction.
They flew back towards it.
Huh?
They flew back towards that direction.
Yeah, but they're kind of hanging out in the middle like they're trapped.
There were these ducks that would swim toward us, get spooked, and swim back. But then they'd get spooked in that direction too, and would swim back to us again. This went on for a while.
I don't see anything, but they kept getting spooked.
We knew why they were swimming away from us, but we weren't quite sure why they kept swimming back to us. Got me to thinking that something around that river's bend may be scarier than us.
Yeah, bear. I don't see anything. Don't mean there's not nothing there. Okay. We're going to find the best path back over to the trail. I just hope we don't run across another one of those washout burn bridges. If there's any more bridges, it's going to be burned.
All right. So what we're gonna have to do, I think, or let's just go through by that over that log. It's gonna be more trouble to go this way because we got multiple logs.
Okay.
We're going there.
We made it across the river. Now we needed to make it through the brush, fallen trees, and the embankment.
My rear tire, and then I'll come back over and lift your rear tire.
All right.
At least it's not hot. See if you can brake, because we got to get across that burnt log over there too. think I got it. We're gonna get our shoulder workout. I feel my shoulders already. Okay, balancing this thing on this log is going to be a trick. Okay, over this log, you got to go around this tree. All right, now let's get up the hill. Whatever repairs we need to make, we'll make. I see the trail. Oh my gracious. Please tell me this is not another burned out bridge. From the looks of it, it looks okay. Okay, we'll go back and get him.
The river crossing took us about 56 minutes to accomplish, and truth be known, was one of the most memorable parts of today's ride. There's one thing I've come to realize about obstacles, and even scenery that we stop to enjoy and photograph. It causes me to get off that saddle for a bit. I mention this because on my training rides, those rides that I've ridden dozens of times and that are very predictable, I'm usually on that saddle and pedaling nonstop for about an hour or two. That's when the squirming starts, and you all know about the periodic shaking out of the numb hands. This off and back on again to negotiate obstacles and other stops to photograph our journey does slow us down, but these stops give us some reprieve from our points of contact. Granted, my bike is as comfortable as it can be. My son calls my fat bike a sofa bike that goes up hills all by itself. Well, I don't know about that, but I have set my bike up to my liking. Nonetheless, and all in all, my bicycle saddle and handlebars do get into some serious disagreements with my hands and my fundament.
Bike feel any different?
No, not really. This one has to be easier.
Our bikes are as comfortable as possible, but bikes and bodies still argue once in a while. That's why they don't make bar stools out of bicycle saddles. Regardless, I just hope there are no more hour-long treks around obstacles today, or we'll never make it to Hope.
Oh man, see, we could have just walked around here.
No, not really.
So there's two more bridges ahead, and then we get on the road, because then there's another big bridge. Oh no, more stuff across the trail. Looks like there's another trail over here.
Getting around this fallen tree let us find another trail that had paralleled the Kettle Valley Rail Trail. Take note of that trail.
I can hear those two bridges. I can hear the highway.
Wait, we have to get on that highway?
No, not yet. Oh man, we're gonna have to go back to that other trail is what we're gonna do. Washout. No. We could try around there.
Let's do it.
If we fall and lose a bike, I mean that other trail's just right there.
Alright, let's do it. Are you sure that's even gonna take us anywhere?
We're gonna go back to that other trail we just saw and see if it takes us up to the road a little earlier. This section of the trail is just really, to be honest, unrideable. It's beautiful. A good hike, maybe it's a 5-6 mile distance between that we planned on riding, but it's just not rideable. So we're gonna turn around and go back to that trail and see if we can make it up to the road.
Remember that loop we talked about yesterday out of Brookmere? We are on the green section of that trail now. If we would have taken this route last evening, we would have either never made it to camp or we'd have set camp up in the dark. We are 7.5 kilometers or 4.7 miles from the campsite we stayed at last night, and we've been on this trail for a little over 2 hours. Taking that loop last evening would have put us on the other side of this washed out bridge, making it another obstacle to negotiate along with all those we've gotten around thus far this morning. Taking inventory of the bridges, on the trail after leaving Coldwater Road and getting back on the Kettle Valley Rail Trail, we found the first bridge to be passable. The second bridge was burned out. The third bridge past the burned out one was passable. The fourth bridge was passable. The fifth bridge was washed out and to the point where we decided to turn around and seek that trail we found around that fallen tree a few meters back.
I saw another trail over here. Pedal strike. This was not much better. I don't know where it's going to take us. Stop. You got it? Oh man, big hill. We got to make it up to the road. It's coming up. Okay, here we go. Got it?
Yep.
Oh wow, really easy does it. If you keep going, you're just going to roll down the hill. Guess I can do this part. All right, we're gonna cross these rocks and we're gonna get over to the road. Okay, we're gonna climb this hill and get back to the trail, and then we'll be back on the road. Why don't you just follow these tracks over here, the sand, and roll down to it. Okay, I think this is the road that we're supposed to get on. I'm gonna get to the top and wait on him.
It's right around Brody Siding Road that we started to realize that the trail south to Hope is only bits and pieces of the original railway. Roads and trails we were able to access were Forest Service roads, pipeline access roads, and snowmobile trails.
This is the worst part yet.
Yeah, that was the hardest. That was the hardest. We shouldn't have ridden that.
I don't know if it's rideable. I like to do it because then it's like we're doing it. Hiking a bike for me is like when you just can't do it. There's just no way.
We're gonna stay on this road here until we tap into Brody Spring Road, and then we'll be going under the highway again.
Okay. You have more granola?
Yeah, we could have already been on that down the way, but we would have never known. We'd have been like, oh, I wish we'd have ridden that.
I mean, it's a cool adventure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, what this did for me was it eliminated any doubt. It was a great adventure. We problem solved the whole thing. Yeah, I got cut.
What's all that black stuff in your arm?
Soot.
You got it on your other side too.
Yeah, I got it everywhere.
We ended up riding through a few construction sites today. And you know what they say about asking permission, yeah? After the challenges we've been through thus far, I decided to forego the permission and seek forgiveness.
There's the highway right there.
You go under it?
Now we're gonna go over that bridge. We're gonna push up that bridge and hope nobody yells at us. Where do we go?
I don't know, but there's no checking down.
It's what? It's vertical?
Yeah, this is the construction site.
Okay. I'll come down to you. Thank you.
Well, it seems like I'll be asking for that forgiveness.
All right, yeah. Okay. We came from Brookmere, and then we were on that trail.
I don't know if you can still go that way. Like,
okay.
I know when the floods happened, a lot of it was washed out.
A lot of it looks like it's gone. Yeah. Okay. So, okay.
So you go under here, and then it goes that way. But I know they've closed it before. You can see. I don't know if you can buy on bike or not.
Well,
some of the people are just, it's like ankle deep water.
No,
I know
no,
they
can't go out. This is an old Kettle Valley rail trail.
Yeah. Well, we'll give it a try.
This is all pipeline right away.
Okay. Yeah, going back is... No, oh my gracious. Anyway, yeah, we're all right though. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you gentlemen. Thank you.
Really and truly, these fellas saved us from trouble. If we were allowed to keep going, we would have had to turn around anyway. The way we were going led to a dead end at the bend of the Coldwater River.
Oh, this is where we needed to go anyway.
That's what I was thinking when I saw,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad they stopped us because we'd been a 45-degree drop off there, or a 90-degree. There was no ramp like on that side.
Didn't matter. It's not like trouble wasn't waiting for us in this direction too. Once Brody Siding Road turns under BC5, it turns into Juliet Drive.
Yeah, you're right. The road's right over there. We're gonna have to. We stay on this side and then get back up to the road up there. I don't know how we're gonna get back up.
No.
Well, this is a massive washout. We're gonna have to get down there in that riverbed, way down there. How's your thumb?
Bad.
He had a crash, hurt his thumb. We're gonna try to get over to that highway, and we're gonna see if we can get down to the river and at least through the brush to get down to the riverbed that we can get up to cross the river. It's shallow enough, I think we can. I'm gonna try. I'm in the wrong gear. Okay, gonna push it through here down to that shallow part and see what happens. So there's a fence, or a gate rather, right over there. And there's a gate over there as well. They're gonna be locked. I know they will be, but we're gonna go cross our fingers. I don't think it's locked. It is not locked. Yes. Okay. the next challenge is getting on that highway, that interstate. At least that's what we call it.
BC5, also known as the Coquihalla Highway, is a major north-south route in British Columbia, Canada. It connects the Southern Trans-Canada Highway, Highway 1, with the Northern Trans-Canada Yellowhead Route, Highway 16. This makes it the shortest land connection between Vancouver and Edmonton. It's a busy, busy highway. A little history about the Yellowhead Route. The highway is named for the Yellowhead Pass, first used by First Nations people, later by traders, and even later by the Grand Trunk Pacific and the Canadian Northern Railways to get through this area of the Canadian Rockies. Now it's a major highway system in Canada. History tells us that the pass and the highway are named after a fur trader and explorer, Pierre Bostonus. He had yellow streaks in his hair. He was nicknamed Yellowhead, and likely by the First Nations people. For us in the United States, our First Nations people are identified as Native Americans. I'll refer to this highway as BC5 in this video. We just tried to avoid the temptation of that paved shoulder, and we tried to stick with the gravel area of the shoulder. Well, the gravel area for the most part. At about 2.5 kilometers or a mile and a half away, we were able to get off the highway and onto Juliet Drive. Juliet Drive will tee into Juliet Creek Road, where we took the left, and then, before the on-ramp to BC5, we took Juliet Creek Road to the right and into the Coldwater River Provincial Park. This was a treat indeed.
State, thank goodness the highway. We're doing good. Truck.
Juliet Creek Road will lead down to a roundabout area with a chained-off bridge. This bridge is at the southern end of the Coldwater River Provincial Park. After crossing the bridge, I started to second-guess myself, and we turned around back to the bridge to make sure we didn't miss something. Later, the trail will end up back at an easier river crossing, and then will parallel BC5.
Okay, hang on. Something's not right. We're going the wrong way. There should have been a road to the right.
There was.
You saw one?
I think so.
Okay, we need to go to that road to the right. Maybe that's where that guy came from. There's no road to the right, but this dirt road here will eventually lead us where we need to go, hopefully. So we're down to about 1 liter of water apiece. We're going to continue forward. Some of the areas on this road, they put in great effort to maintain it. So that's a good thing. This isn't too bad here. The road's supposed to be right there. That's where we got to go up. Wet feet. Your feet are going to get wet. I think they're going this way.
We've traveled 26.5 kilometers or 16.5 miles thus far today, and we've been at this for 5 hours and 45 minutes. Our goal is 92 kilometers or 57 miles. We have met dead end after dead end and began to wonder if we were going to be able to finish what we started.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna have to head down this really iffy path right along this wildlife fence. And we're gonna have to get down to the next exit. It's about 1.3 miles away. We are not going to be able to maintain this pace and make it to the end of the trail, hope, by dark. We're gonna have to get back on the highway. Okay, hang on. This is the animal gate. We could get up and get back on that highway. Let's go up here to the top and get the lay of the land and see what's going on. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. This is an old rail trail of some sort. We've run over some railroad ties that have been buried and have made their appearance again. Whoa! I just bounced off. You got it. Good job. Okay.
This was where we debated to get back on BC5 or to take the left turn.
Okay, so we have two choices. We can continue down into the wild, down a road that takes us into a canyon. It looks okay from here, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be okay. Or we can get back on the highway and just follow the highway down. I don't know what to do. To stay on trail, not to get on the highway. We're gonna go take our chances and see what happens. Maybe things will work out. Cross our fingers. We've been able to make it so far, but it's been rough going, I tell you what. mean, this looks promising. We'll see.
We took a chance on our left turn, and it worked out very well.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's see. Keep going. Look at you. I spun out. Yep. I see it. Huh?
That's what I'm talking about. I keep seeing those stickers, and those are the same.
Oh yeah, let's take a picture of that. Travis said he kept seeing the Trans-Canada Trail stickers. You know, I bet you we should have looked for that instead of the trail that they put out on Komoot. I think we should have looked for this trail. I bet you it's got a different route. All right, let's hope for the best.
Mine Creek Forest Service Road led us down and back under BC5, and then onto Upper Coldwater Road, where we took a left turn. Upper Coldwater Road will turn again to the left and back over BC5, and turns into a short paved road called Coquihalla Lake Road. This road led us to a yellow gate across the road.
All right. You too, huh? Okay, you go first. Looks like pavement. It is pavement. Let me check the map on the other side of the bridge. People are turning around.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll let you go around and go. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. None of the road down here is washed out. This looks like it's been well maintained so far, and it's meant for some, look like for winter activity, which I think is all right. Tell you what, they don't want nobody coming through to see. Cyclists, hikers, equestrians. Okay, so how do we open the gate?
Okay, so we're allowed to go through?
It said public access restricted to cyclists, hikers, equestrians. Wilderness Trail, no vehicle access for 22 kilometers.
Wait, where does it
Notice this is a Trans Mountain Project operation site. It's fine. We got to open the gate. I guess this is.
Wait. Where does it say the restricted part? I don't see it.
You'll find it. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to open this gate.
This road led us to a yellow gate across the road. And like the gate we ran across before Penticton, this gate looks like it means business. But there's no option here like the gate before Penticton. It's either this way or going back. I'm reading these signs, and there's nothing that says no. Seems clear that we cyclists have permission to continue. But why isn't there a way to open this gate? Let's take a look at these signs. There was no way to open the gate that we could find, so we just crawled underneath it. Coquihalla Lakes Road becomes Trans Mountain Pipeline Road beyond this gate, and later will become Porsche Mainline. This will follow the Coquihalla River through an absolutely beautiful canyon, and, truth be known, the highlight of today's ride. This will make all that we've struggled through today become worth it. The Coquihalla River will initially be on our left. Later, after crossing a bridge, the Coquihalla River will be on our right. Maps will show the Kettle Valley Railway paralleling the Trans Mountain Pipeline Road, and to the right, on the other side of the Coquihalla River past that bridge. We found no indications that getting onto the Kettle Valley Railway was possible. Neither was there an indication on the maps, nor a way found with our Tires on the Trail experience.
That way. Thank you. Thank you. He's going for it. I'm gonna take it low and slow.
Oh wow. That's what you're telling me now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very. That way. Thank you. Thank you. If you're enjoying this video, give us a thumbs up. Select that subscribe button and give a ring on that bike bell. Leaving this beautiful canyon, we came upon a bridge across Boston Bar Creek and to a somewhat confusing series of on and off ramps for BC5. I was looking for Shylock Road, but there was nothing there. We did a bit of back and forth before realizing that we were about to get back on BC5, and likely all the way to Hope. Here, at this point, and even with the careful planning we did before leaving on our journey, we were going to have to get back on BC5. Researching the map while creating today's video does present some options and raises the questions, why didn't we try it this way? Or, look here, this may have worked. But even seeing, quote unquote, those options on the maps, I know that some, if not many,
would have led us to a dead end with backtracking or would not have existed at all. Some of those roads on the maps are either not there in reality, have been reclaimed by the wild, or have a major obstacle like a washout bridge. Remember, there was a very significant flood event just a few years ago and a major fire sometime before that. These are likely the reasons for all the construction we've been seeing along our way today. One could spend a full week searching for a viable off-the-highway route from Brookmere to Hope that avoids river crossings and other major obstacles. At this point, we've been in the saddle for about 8.5 hours. Not terrible, but then again, we have another 32 kilometers or 20 miles to ride today.
No, it said turn here. Because we went that way is this.
Yeah.
And that puts us on the wrong way. Okay, turn on your light, turn on my light.
So on to BC5 to see how old Yellowhead would treat us.
There's no other way until we get down to options. Bicycle, see? My legs are so shot.
I know, this is the last thing I need before my sense highway to ride. Watch, maybe there'll be like a bicycle lane or something.
Oh, that would be awesome. Like in Washington?
For now, here we are on this busy highway, rolling on a gentle grade all the way down to Hope, British Columbia. The elevation at the Boston Bar Creek Bridge is 586 meters, or 1,922 feet. Hope sits at 55 meters, or 179 feet. There is that, a glorious downhill ride all the way into Hope with a few ups along the way. You'll see signs suggesting this is a bike route. It's a bike route because it's likely the only route. At this point, beggars can't be choosers. Making these videos made me study the map with my memories of actually being there in person. It's a much different experience than planning my maps alone. Even though there seems to be other route options, I'm still not sure what I would have done given that same moment in time. In this area, lines on the map did not always represent lines in real life. This area is still recovering from floods, fire, and neglect. Where the map says, "Here's a bridge for you to cross," you may get there and find no bridge. The one thing I would offer as a gentleman's bet, the closer to hope you get, the better the chances of finding that which is presented on the maps as being true to life. Othello Road looks like it'll take you right into Hope, but there's a section of the Kettle Valley Rail Trail just outside of Hope that I would definitely ride, given knowing what I know now. Othello Road will follow the river to Tunnels Road. Tunnels Road dead ends to Othello Tunnels Path that leads to the last section of the Kettle Valley Rail Trail and then into Hope. Hope is a very cool little town. Very cool indeed. Many movies have been filmed in Hope, British Columbia. It's been described as the picturesque, small-town American setting. Ironic, isn't it? Rambo First Blood Part 1 was filmed here in 1982 with Sylvester Stallone. As a matter of fact, the Rambo statue in Hope is going to be considered the end of our Kettle Valley Rail Trail experience.
What you think of Rambo?
Talking about timing. Right there. Look at us, we did it.
We ended up riding a total of 510 kilometers or 317 miles. And we climbed a total of 3,985 meters or 13,075 feet. Would we do this trip again? Maybe. Maybe from Midway to Princeton. We'd definitely do that. If we were going to do the section between Princeton and Hope, I would plan for more days and search for a better pathway. What would we do different next time? Well, I'd have brought a water filter, that's for sure. But when you think about it, all in all, even if we were to ride it again, there'd be something that even after that trip we'd say, next time I'd do something different. Another thing I would have done different was take those side roads along the BC5. It may have taken longer, but it would have been safer. Outside of Penticton, I would have studied a little bit harder and found that trail that we missed and ended up having to ride the Okanagan Highway. One thing I definitely would have done differently is I would have backtracked to that camping spot at Chain Lake that evening after leaving Trailside Cabin Rentals. I gotta tell you all, you know what those folks from Trailside Cabin Rentals did for us? After we left, that nice lady from Trailside Cabins cooked us some chili. And then she drove over to where she thought we were planning to camp. We didn't know this until we published that day's video, and she saw it. There we were, eating sausage taco wraps and drinking warm beer and tea over a rock for a dinner table, and we could have been enjoying some nice hot chili on the shores of a mountain lake. Even so, I do appreciate those folks at Trailside Cabin Rentals. I'm thinking that I'm going to make it a stop and stay there the next time I do this trip. Yeah, there's a thing or two we'd have done different. But then again, if everything goes fine and dandy, then where's the adventure? Where's the memories? It's the hard that makes it the most memorable. What I am considering in the future is the Columbia Western Trail outside of Castlegar. Ride it to Midway and then to Princeton. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about for next time. Maybe a Columbia Western Trail video. That's something I'll start planning on right there. I tell you what. Well, that's it, y'all. For this trail anyways, there's more out there. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. Select that subscribe button and be sure to ring that bike bell. We hope you've enjoyed the 6-part video series of our trip along the Kettle Valley Rail Trail in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. It's been a pleasure.